Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday, Helium 10 Nation. What's up? My name is Bradley Sutton. I'm joined by
Matt Benton. Good morning.
welcome very much to episode 27, which I'm not even talking to the microphone. Episode 27. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Of the Helium 10 Ask Me Anything. So, welcome to everybody who has come on. As always, please let us know below if this is your first time or your long time watcher and where you are located today. You know, usually we've got people like our friend Jacob from the UK. We've got Yuri from Mexico City comes on, right? Margaret, sometimes from Australia. And who else do we have? What other countries am I missing?
We've got the Hoffs from Vegas.
The Hoffs from they're in Vegas. I thought they were in California. I didn't know that. Okay. By the way, let us know, Hoffs family, if you got your shirt, your Helium 10 shirt that you had won a while back. Please let me know if you have not gotten that. Reiko is back. Reiko is from Michigan, if I'm not mistaken. Welcome back. All right. So we're gonna get into something really quick, but before that, we know as always, we have a lot of new people to Helium 10. So Matt's going to give you guys a rundown of what we're all about.
Yeah. If you're new, welcome. And what is Helium 10, right? So we're an all-in-one tool suite for Amazon sellers, the most reliable, most accurate, and best value. We've got over 20 tools now, and as always, more coming soon. We've got a lot of the guys here in the office, and they're working on a ton of new tools, a couple that Bradley's really, really excited about. But at this point, we've got everything from product research to keyword research, listing optimization, competitor spying, giveaway units to rank on page one, hijacker alerts, keyword tracking, profits, our new financial analytics tool, and refunds. So if you've been selling on Amazon for a while and you've sold a ton of units, there's a good chance that Amazon might owe you some money. So we've got Refund Genie and everything in between. So if you haven't downloaded our Chrome extension, which is one of my favorite tool within the tools, go to helium10.com/extension.
All right. So I'm having some microphone difficulties. Matt, while I'm talking here, could you... Oh, there it is right there. Could you fix the connection right there? You see, I couldn't see it for a second right there. All right, guys. So let's see where some of y'all are at. Oh, Joanna from Finland. That's so awesome. Corey's from Jupiter. I'm from Mars. Clifford, John Clifford from NH. I'm guessing that's New Hampshire. First time. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear my microphone now. I think it's working. Matt is our technical expert here. He fixed my issues. Can you guys hear me? Let me know.
Technical, non-technical expert.
Carmen from Canada. Awesome, guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, let's go ahead and I had told you guys we're going to show you, Matt and my techniques of how we look for different opportunities that are on Amazon. Like a lot of people say, hey, is there any rooms? Is there any opportunity left, or is it too saturated? You hear that sometimes, right, Matt?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like, oh man, I didn't jump on the bandwagon early enough. There's no way that I can sell on Amazon. That's why I don't need Helium 10, because if I'm not a seller right now, there's no way that I can jump in. So let's go ahead and show you just a simple technique in about 5 minutes about how you can use Helium 10 in order to find different markets that still have some room. So let's go ahead and share my screen here. Let's click here and share. There we go. You guys can see my screen, I hope. Reiko says I am blank. The screen is dark green. Anybody else seeing that? Can everybody see? I think Reiko, it might be your computer. I have another one on here, and it seems to be good. So make sure to refresh, Reiko, if you can't see us. But I'm pretty sure everybody else can see us. All right, here we go. What tool would I use to search for a product, Matt?
Black box.
Black box. Let's go ahead and go right into black box right here. Okay. So black box is our premier Amazon product research tool. And we've got the largest database of Amazon products anywhere. How many?
Over 450 million.
Over 450 million, guys. That is a lot. All right. Let's go ahead and say what I want you guys to do, if you guys can see my screen here, there's all kinds of different categories on Amazon, right? We've got beauty, grocery, clothing, home and kitchen, office products. You guys right now, start giving me categories, which one you want us to search. Let's see if we can, we'll just pick one maybe that a couple people can see. So I'll give you a couple seconds to look at that. But somebody, Corey, Bill, Shane, Reiko, let me know what category that you would like us to search if there's any kind of opportunity using our techniques for that. All right, let's just wait a little bit while people do it. Let's see. Okay, we got a couple questions here. Corey wants baby. Okay, Corey also wants toys. It's like Corey's the only one who wants us to search for things. He's gung-ho. He's like, I want to go and find some opportunity.
There we go. Pet supplies.
Fabricio says beauty. Pet supplies. Reiko says home and kitchen. Nolan says beauty. Literally, nobody has voted for something twice. All right, there we go. John says baby. All right, so there's 2 people with baby. So let's go ahead and do baby. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. What commercial is that for? That's Chili's, right?
Something like
Chili's. Baby back ribs. You guys owe me a commission check. All right, so here's what I like to do. The first filters that I like to use in Black Box is, first of all, monthly revenue. I'm going to pick $10,000 or more. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm looking for products. The whole purpose behind what I use Black Box for is I'm looking for products that are selling really well, but that, maybe the product itself or the listing itself has a lot of negatives that's easily correctable, so that if I come in with a superior product or superior listing, then there's a good chance that I can steal these sales. So I'm going to say the first one is $10,000 a month revenue. You don't want really cheap products. If it's like $10, it's kind of hard to make a decent profit, once you consider the shipping and fees and everything. So I'm going to say, show me something that's at least, let's just say between $20 and $30. It's just me. This is not like right or wrong, or, if you do something different, you're wrong. I just like that range. That's my sweet spot right there, $20 to $30. And then I'm going to hit like, I keep reaching for the other keyboard here. I'm going to say 150 reviews. Why do you think, Matt, I'm looking for things that don't have that many reviews?
Sure. Reviews kind of dictate how saturated a market is. So if you've got folks with 300 plus reviews and a lot of different sellers with that many reviews, it's probably going to be harder to compete or harder to catch up with them.
Yes, exactly. So those are just 3 of mine. Matt, do you have any Black Box filters you want me to add to this?
Let's do review rating of 3.5, a max of 3.5.
3.5. All right. Now, why do you say that?
So if someone is selling well based on the other criteria you entered, like $100 or $10,000 a month in revenue at least, and they've got a review rating of 3.5 or lower, there's a really good chance we can come in and create a better product and compete with them right off the bat.
That's probably true. Like I can't even think of anything I personally have ever bought that was less than 4 stars. Like to me, that's like a red flag. Well, I'm not going to buy this product. So yeah, that's right. If somebody has 3 stars or even less, and they're still selling $10,000 a month, that is an excellent filter to use. What else?
And I do one more thing. I would do a number of images. I'd set a max at 3. So we're going to find a seller that's doing at least $10,000 a month, priced between $20 and $30, a review count of no more than 150 reviews, no more than a 3.5 rating, and their number of images are 3 or less. The idea being that if they're selling this well and only have 3 images, again, we can come in and compete and create a better listing, better photos.
Right. Wow, and only 5 products found. I'm actually surprised we even found any, because this is super, super narrow. Like the odds of this being the case are very low, and that's right. Especially we went to a category, but there actually are products. So let's take a look at some of these to see if there's anything that looks interesting. Disney and Playtex, maybe not. Vista lower adapter. What in the world? I'm just gonna look at this because this is interesting to me. What in the world is this? Oh, this is a car seat adapter. Okay, so probably this very well could be a item that's wholesaled out, but let's just say right now it's not. The whole purpose of this is that we're not actually trying to launch a product here. I'm just trying to show you guys the thought process. So I would have clicked on this because it looks interesting. They're making $31,000 a month on Amazon. Now, if you recall, we had put in a filter to say only up to, did I put 150 or 200? I don't remember.
150.
150. And look, this one qualifies 44. Matt put in only a max of 3.5 stars. And then we see here, this one only has 3.1 stars. So if I were to see this product, and let's just say it's a private label product, To me, this is just screaming opportunity. If this was not a private, or if this was not a brand name, like Gerber or something like that, I'm like, wait a minute, look at this listing. It only has 2 images. Remember, Matt put in a thing of max 3 images, right? So this listing is really ugly. Like, this does not appeal to me at all. People can see that people don't like this product. And yet it's selling $30,000 a month. So imagine if I came in with a similar product that is really, really good, has an optimized listing. Like this is a bare bones bullet points here. I can come in with better images. Maybe people like my product more, so they review it better. I'm pretty sure I can take a big chunk out of that $30,000. So then I don't even know what this is. What is this? It's an adapter for what? It doesn't even say. Oh, car seat adapter. So then like my next step would be, I would just like look at the niche, right? I would be like car seat adapter, right? So then I would see what kind of product. You see similar products are coming out, for that. Like, look, this looks like that. So my next step would be to just see, hey, if this is my main keyword or not. So what I would have done is I would have maybe, looked at Cerebro to see where they're getting their sales from, and then start looking into the niche. But I wanted to show you guys just the first step. You saw in just 5 minutes there, or less than 5 minutes, we were able to find a product that really should not be making that many sales, but it is. And if it is, even despite these bad things, well, that's just a red flag for me to like go in there and say, hey, can I do something better than this person? So let me know, you guys, does anybody else use a similar technique, with Helium 10 or just on your own? Or if you have other techniques of what you guys use to look for opportunity on Amazon, we love to hear it. So let us, okay. Emil says it's a brand of baby store, and that makes sense. Like usually if you see something really bad like this, it's gotta be a brand name, but what you're looking for is stuff that's private label that's still doing bad. All right, let me look at some of the questions so far. Let me go to the beginning here. Let us see. We've got John on here. Fabrizio says he's made a video in Italian for us. All right, Fabrizio, put the link there so any Italian speakers can go check out the video that he made of it. Fabrizio, are you part of, make sure you're part of our affiliate program. Fabrizio here is talking about how he made a video about Helium 10 in YouTube. But if he's not part of the affiliate program, what could he have done if he was an affiliate and he made a video? Like, what could he have done, and how could that have helped him?
Yeah, Fabrizio, if you're not in our affiliate program, go to crushit.online. You can, I'm guessing you made this video because you're an affiliate, but you can generate income from every man or woman or Amazon seller who signs up through your link or uses a coupon code. So those videos are a great way to do it.
So if anybody else wants to see more about that, what's that? Say that website one more time again.
Crushit.online.
Crushit.online. Yeah, it's a great way to get recurring revenue, especially if you're members of Facebook groups, if you make videos, if you have an Instagram, for e-commerce at all. You just tell people the truth. Tell people what you like about Helium 10. Somebody uses your link and you're going to get money for as long as they're a member. It's not just like a one-time thing. If they're a member for 5 years, you're getting a check, 60 checks, right? Because they get a check every month for every time somebody is still a user. So thank you for that, Fabrizio. By the way, this is the post I was talking about where Fabrizio said he's the first one in Italy to make a video about Helium 10. Awesome. All right, let me see. There was another question here. Joel says, can you do a reverse search on keywords based off of search volume and competitors? I'm just trying to picture that in my mind, what he's asking here. Can you do a reverse search on keywords based off search volume and competitors? Joel, I might need a little bit more clarification. We might have to get into that in another one, but let me just show you, we do have search obviously for keywords. It's called what? Magnet. And let me go ahead and do that. Matt, give me a search term that I could do. That's not collagen peptides, because the Hoff family doesn't seem to be online, so we don't want to.
Let's do coffee mug.
Coffee mug. All right. So this is what I would do, Joel, and maybe this is what you're talking about, maybe not, but still there might be some good information here for everybody. Let me just scroll here so I can make sure we can see it. Okay. So he says off of search volume and competitors. So one thing, if you are comparing search volume to competitors, we actually have that as a score built in. It's called the Magnet IQ score. And what that is a high score means that there's a lot of searches for it, but not that many competitors, okay? So like, let's say I wanted to have something that the max, no, at least, let's just say 1,000, right? 1,000 exact searches, and then show me what has a high Magnet IQ score. So Matt, what does a high Magnet IQ score actually mean?
Yeah, right. Bradley kind of just glossed over it, but it's the relationship of a high search volume for that keyword and low competing products. So a really high score is a positive thing. So a lot of times we see with super high scores that it's something like a brand name, but a lot of other times we'll like the perfect example is Hydro Flask, right? That's a huge brand in this category, and that keyword actually has the brand name in it. But other times you'll find really, really good keywords, and we'll search for a few of them right now.
All right. So there's different words, and while you're doing this, you might actually just get ideas about different keywords that you could use too. A lot of these are brand names.
We're seeing a lot of Yeti and Contigo. These are all brands. Maybe coffee mug wasn't the best thing to search, but
this shows you too that this to me still is valuable, because if I'm thinking about coffee mug and all of the top non-competitive words are all brand names, to me that tells me that this is a niche that most people, when they go to Amazon, they kind of already know what brand that they want. So that means it's going to be hard to rank maybe for a generic term, because most people are already like just going directly to the brand name. So this, here's Starbucks. Now here's one: insulated water bottle with straw. And guys, this is what I like about Magnet. A lot of keyword tools out there, all they're doing, you do like coffee mug, and it'll only give you words where coffee mug is actually in the title, like coffee mug for men, coffee mug for women, best coffee mug, or something like that. But look, we're going out there and finding related keywords that don't even have that word in there as well. Insulated water bottle with straw. Coffee or mug is not even in there. So that's a very valuable keyword, because look, there's 1,000 people who have it in their listing, but it's searched for over 4,000 times. So thank you for that question, Joel. Let's go ahead and switch gears now to our questions that we've gotten from helium10.com/questions. All right. So here's one here. This is from Delvin. Delvin says, is it wise to run PPC on a new listing without any reviews? Matt, what do you think?
Yeah, good question, Delvin. So it's kind of like a chicken and egg, or like a catch-22 type thing. Like, you can't get sales without reviews, but you also can't advertise if you don't have reviews, or at least some folks say that. We think that, look, PPC is there for a reason. So if you do have a new product or an existing product, run PPC at the very least with an exact match keyword on your main keyword. That way you can at least get some traffic going. There's no hard and fast rules. I don't think Amazon has come out and said you can't run PPC if you don't have any reviews. So I would say get it up and running as soon as you can. What's the worst thing that can happen? Bradley, you have any other schools of thought on PPC?
No, I'm with you on that. I'm with you. So thank you. Who's that? That was Delvin. Delvin. All right. Here's one that I've been getting a lot lately, so I really want to highlight this. This is from Terry George. He says, if your storefront doesn't index, what do you recommend to do? So first of all, Matt, where do you think, how do you think he even came up with this question? What do you think he probably ran?
He went into Index Checker, or our old 5K checker. All right, ran his ASIN.
Yeah. So this is, guys, first of all, this is a brief is episode 25, I believe, where the very first 15 minutes we're talking all about our revised tool Index Checker. Okay. So the tool has always stayed the same. It tells you if you're indexed or not, but now we just opened it up for these other indexes. But what I've seen happening in the Facebook groups, people are saying, hey, my storefront doesn't index. Most likely, it probably is. You might be doing something wrong. So let me just show you what I'm talking about here. For example, we're on let's just go back to this car seat adapter. All right. So I'm going to take the ASIN, right? And I'm going to do this. Now, this is the way that normally you would run the index check. somebody, or Matt, what do you think is a word that for sure is going to be indexed in this listing?
Jogging stroller adapter.
Jogging stroller adapter, probably because it's in the title. So I'm going to put that there. Now, Matt, give me a word that 100% is not indexed in this listing.
Superman cape.
Superman cape. All right. So now what I'm going to do, I'm not entering a seller ID. Okay. So the first thing that might be happening is this. So I'm going to do check keywords. All right. So right here, it is jogging stroller adapter is definitely indexed. We did 2 checks and it is. Superman cape is not. But then people are seeing these X right here. They're like, oh, I'm not indexed for the storefront. But you have to remember, you have to put the seller ID. Now, let me show you something else that people are doing, because this is how you do your seller ID. This is how you find the seller ID or your storefront. You click, oh, this is by Amazon.com, so that doesn't work. But let me go to one of these other sellers for the same ASIN. So I'm going to, you click on the name of the seller, right? Click here. And then what people are doing is they're copying the wrong thing. They're copying right here. I know it's kind of small to see, but they're copying the marketplace ID. So if you guys put the marketplace ID here, right here, it's going to say you're not indexed for a storefront because you didn't actually put a storefront in there. What you guys need to do, make sure, Terry, and I'm probably sure this is what happened to you, you've got to do the seller ID, which is right here. It'll say seller equals. So if I hit seller equals and I put it right here, and then I run the search again, it should come up, yes, right here. You are indexed for the storefront. So anybody who's saying, oh, I'm doing the index check and it says I'm indexed for the other things, but not for the storefront. Like, I literally have never seen one that is not indexed for the storefront, but it's in these others. What you see is not indexed in traditional, not indexed in storefront, but you are indexed in this, and that means you're on the PPC index, most likely. But again, I've never seen these two index and this not. So if you see an X, first of all, if you see an X, that means you didn't run it correctly. If something is not indexed in the storefront for reels, you're going to see this line, okay? So that's the easiest way to know if you ran it correctly. If you see an X, that means you did not enter the storefront. If you see a line, that means you did it correctly, but you're not indexed. Like Superman cape is not in any of it. That's what you see. So thank you for that question, Terry George. I hope you're watching today, able to see the answer. So let's go ahead and switch back now. Bill says he uses the ABC method. Bill, you got to tell us, what is the ABC method for product research? All right, we're interested in that. Reiko has a question. Maybe Matt can do this one. Go ahead.
It is advisable. Is it advisable to be in incognito mode whenever we go to Amazon.com and run Helium 10? It's not required. It's a good idea if you're searching on Amazon just organically. But no, it's not required to be in incognito mode. But
actually, I would say it's inadvisable.
Right. Yeah. Because it will. I don't think you can use the extension.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't. Like, I think that's the whole reason of incognito is that you can't use the Chrome extensions. So if you use it in incognito, there's no reason to. It's definitely not advisable. There's no advantage. We're not doing anything shady or something, or something that might get you in trouble or might get us in trouble. That you never have to worry about that. But yeah, you cannot even use the Chrome extension in incognito mode. So
yeah, I'd say if you're searching on Amazon for your own product and it's probably something you've searched a bunch of times, I would use incognito in that case. But just normal day-to-day stuff, I would use just normal Chrome. That way you can actually use the extension at the same time.
We have a new country today. Omer from Turkey. Please bring me some good doner kebabs. I'm hungry. All right. Joel was the one who asked us a question earlier about searching for keywords. And he says, I would like to search words for 1,000 to 3,000 exact searches with less than one competitors. Okay. I think I see what he's talking about. He actually wants to, that's interesting. If any of you guys would think that might be something that you'd like to see, I mean, we have that information available always, but we usually only put things in that a lot of people ask for. Like almost every single one of our tools, it's come from our user, you guys, the users saying, hey, I would love to see this. I would love to see this. So if a lot of you guys think that would be a cool feature, we'll definitely check into getting it in there. All right. Matt, how in the world are you commenting in your live broadcast? He's a multitasker here. Oh my goodness.
There's Sue had a good question. Or was it Sue?
Oh, I didn't even see that here. Sue Paula.
How do you find suppliers from the U.S. itself, especially for baby products, cosmetics, and supplements? The U.S. is tough, right? There's know Alibaba for the US, and Alibaba is awesome, especially for Amazon sellers. In the US, I would start with ThomasNet, and then from there go to like your good old fashioned Google search, because manufacturers in the US, if they even have a website, the best way to find them is just through their website and a Google search with your product. I know Bradley has dabbled in supplements and different categories like that, so you might have some other tips, but I would say ThomasNet and a Google search are the best place to start.
Excellent question by Kevin right here. What if the IQ score is very high, like 10,000, but you have only 75 exact searches and 15 competing products? Is that a strong product? No, it's not, or it's not a strong product. I think you meant strong keyword. And the answer is, in my opinion, no. But that, if you guys notice what I did, Kevin, when I was doing that one search, I actually filtered out those. So like, what was that thing that I just did? Coffee mug, right? So if you remember, what I did was yes, I was looking for IQ score, but I actually put in here exact phrase searches. So right there, Kevin, that's why we have that field. If you don't want to see those kind of keywords that only have 75 exact searches, you go ahead and put what number makes sense to you right there in the exact, to make sure that which you probably couldn't see because I didn't have it. There you go. So I put in the filter here, and then now, Magnet IQ score will only show the high ones if I had this exact phrase. So excellent question on Kevin. Let's see. We've only got about 4 or 5 minutes that we're going to keep going. And Bill says, if you put the letter A in the search area, and the most search words that start with A will come up for that day. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Yeah. If you want to find what people are searching for, that is a technique that I've heard. I never heard it called the ABC method. So now I learned something new. All right. And again, wow, we got a lot of activity on the IQ score today. Matt, your turn. So explain. Fabrizio did not like the way, Matt, that you explained it. So you gotta reach Fabrizio another way. So let's see. How's your Italian? Maybe we need to do it in Italian.
Yeah, Fabrizio. I'll say this: the IQ score is awesome, but it's not something that we focus a ton on, and a lot of the big sellers that use Helium 10 don't either. It's just kind of a good gauge, I guess, or to find keywords that are not being used a ton. So it's a good tool to use, but I wouldn't focus all your effort on it. It's something I would use. I would go into Cerebro and use our Get Competitors feature and find keywords that way. That's kind of like the new way we've been teaching with Cerebro, with some of the new features and functions we've added. We've gone over that in past episodes. I don't know if we'll get to it today. We had a few questions we wanted to, but with the IQ score, it's just, again, a function of it's a function of keyword search volume and competing products. So if a keyword has a ton of search volume and not very many competing products, that would tell us that there's good opportunity to compete for that keyword. Now, on the other hand, if a keyword has very low search volume and a ton of products that are competing for it, it's probably going to be really, really tough for you to compete in that market for that keyword. So I hope that made sense.
Yeah. Like me, I've never used just Magnet IQ score to search for something. This is how I use it. Like, let's say I already entered my criteria here. I'm just going to go down. Like, if I were just to compare competing to exact in my head, I would have to go line by line. So just visually, and that's why it's the first column here, I'm just looking what might jump out. So like all of a sudden I'm seeing this and boom, this jumps out. So maybe I would just go in and say, oh, wow, this thing is searched for 121,000 times, but and it only has 1,000 competing products, right? So I'm just looking at things that jump out. Like, shoot, here's a really good one right here: travel coffee mug, spill proof. And why maybe it would have jumped out, because it has an IQ score of 3,000. So then I would look deeper. I'm like, okay, 3,000 people search it, but only has 1,000 competing products. That's decent. I can work with that. So that's how I would use it, Fabrizio.
And that's actually a rock solid keyword, right? If you're trying to compete in this coffee mug industry, like someone that has that issue, that has coffee that spills out of their mug, would probably, and who travels, would probably search for travel coffee mug that's spill proof. So good find.
All right. Couple things, guys. We want you guys to follow us on Instagram. So how do they find us on Instagram, Matt?
Helium 10 software. Search Helium 10 or Helium 10 software, and we're adding to that pretty frequent. So got a lot of good things coming.
Yeah, last time we mentioned we had a few new followers, so thank you guys for that. And also, let's go ahead and do a contest. We haven't done a shirt giveaway in a while, but now we have somebody on board that's going to help us give out these shirts and ship them out a little bit faster. So right now, I am going to, or Matt is going to write down a number. Do we have a paper or something?
We do.
All right. So Matt is gonna write on his hand a number from, what would you say, Matt? 1 to what?
Let's say 1 to
50.
Let's do 1 to 50.
All right, 1 to 50. Matt is writing a number 1 to 50. The first person to get it right is going to win. Let me see the number. Okay. All right. It's not 3.
It's not 10 either. He said it's not 3.
It's not 33, Reiko. Nope. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. Give us those guesses.
Reiko, good guess though.
It's not 44. It's not 36. It's not 11. You can vote multiple times. Wait a minute. We got it. What?
Hold the phone.
Whoa. That was fast. Wait. I know I saw it here.
Yep.
Chantal from Florida.
Winner, sweet.
Chantal from Florida, 22. Wow, she got it. Wow, that was so. The last time, like, everybody did every single number except. All right, Chantal, I think I'm actually friends with you on Facebook, or else I know you've messaged before. So to Matt or I, send us your mailing address and your shirt size, whether you want it for you, one of your kids, your husband, whatever. Just give us a shirt size, and you're gonna get a Helium 10 shirt in the mail. Thank you, everybody else who voted here. That was fast. That's the fastest we've ever had this before. All right. What else? Am I forgetting anything else that we can do before we go? The reason why we're kind of cutting it short, we've got an amazing podcast that Manny Coast is about to film in this very room. What he does, we just flip these over to AM/PM podcast, microphones. And I can't tell you who the guest is, but it's going to be one of the coolest podcasts that we've done. So for those of you who are not following the AM/PM podcast, there is so much amazing information. How can they do that, Matt?
Yeah, go to ampmpodcast.com and click follow. There's a ton of ways to follow the podcast on YouTube and many, many other places. We actually just came out with a podcast about 2 weeks ago. Had a ton of different launch services on the podcast and asked them really hard-hitting questions and got some awesome answers. So that was probably one of our more popular podcasts recently. And I know Bradley is just talking about the one today that should be pretty good too. So ampmpodcast.com.
All right. And guys, since we cut it short today, Thursday, we're going to try and do an hour or even over. So make sure to come on Thursday and we'll get to all these questions. We're going to get to 30 questions on Thursday. But until then, that'll be at 3 p.m.
Yeah, 3 p.m. on Thursday. Post your questions for Thursday's show below or write it into helium10.com/questions, and we'll be sure to get to those.
Almost. I knew we were forgetting something. All right. We've got a special for those of you who are new, who want to go ahead and sign up for Helium 10 to see all of the features. If you have a free account or if you're not a user, I want you guys to sign up using this code OCTOBEER, not October, OCTOBEER. Rich never ceases to amaze us with these coupon codes that he comes up. OCTOBEER for 50% off your first month. Guys, you've got to do this. Give me 5 people right now who are going to sign up for this code. There's no risk. You can ask for your money back. If you hate the product, if you hate Helium 10 at the end of the month, just ask for your money back, cancel it, whatever. Literally no risk, but I need you guys to be able to use the tool kind of like we showed today, because there's a lot of things that you can't do with the free account. I want you guys to sign up. So give me 5 people right now who's going to say, yes, we are going to do it. This code is only going to be good for a few hours after it. So as soon as you get off, you've got to sign up. If you're watching this on the replay, most likely you have to tune into a future episode, because this October is going to expire, I believe, tonight at midnight. But
and we don't do this a lot. We actually have toned down any discounts, so you can't find a lot of discounts for Helium 10 out there. This is just one place that we offer them, because we do get a lot of free users and folks obviously trying to learn the tools on this AMA. So it's a great place to come and ask your questions and brush up. But like Bradley said, it's also a great place to get 50% off your first month. So
yep.
October.
Sign up today, guys. Sign up today. Tell them Bradley sent you, and that doesn't give you anything, but it's just kind of cool. Anyways, all right, guys. We'll see you Thursday at 3 p.m. See ya.
See you guys.